So we get up today kind of early, around 5 a.m. So it was good. We had to go by bicycle to see sunrise. I have to say that it was complicated for me because like a road going up, going down, and it's not really easy. Halfway, I just walked with my bicycle. Like later, sunrise was beautiful.
And the view was good, and the sunrise was like slowly coming up over the side of the mountain. It was nice.
So about breakfast, yeah, guys made preparation and they show us how they cook traditional way surabi, yeah. So it's funny because they brought that original pot and wood inside, and I guess for people like me it will be very, very interesting because no, it's something you can try, you can fry it, you can see it, and of course like in Europe nobody cook with wood at home especially, yeah. So yeah, so the way was cool.
The surabi, yeah, I was impressed by the simplicity of it. Like the ingredients are really simple. I was surprised at what came out of it. Like it was tasty. It was like fluffy. I guess the heat from the fire bubbles up air through it and makes it, because there's no like leavening agents in it. Yeah, it was really tasty and interesting.
Next one, and actually I can say that it was so good because we didn't expect to meet with that grandfather, yeah, and then just who good person? Me, because I saw that grandfather with pipe from bamboo and was like, wow, what's that? So, and grandfather was really nice. He like also offered us try and that he will be back. And with that,
first they offered us to come with him.
Yeah, to come to his house, but people waiting us for the breakfast. He came, and it's also nice that he brought us as a present that sugar. And as a part of touristic program, for me it was amazing because from where people can know how to make sugar, yeah, like nobody knows, yeah, no the palm sugar or any sugar, but you came inside, he showed us all process, he even climbed for us, take that juice and came back, so amazing because many things like even rice, yeah, like people what people know about rice, nothing, you go to the store and say 1 kilogram, so but from where it came it's like ooh, and it's really probably give you more like a respect, yeah, for a food not growing on the tree, people must work for that, so that's why it's also like kind of social part, like people will respect what they eat, what for they spend money, so that's why grandfather amazing. Sure, it must be in the program for sure because it's like a really excited process, same like surabi, but it's like a no yeast or like no fermentation, but it's a so yeah, and that funny part when you like opak seribu. So yeah, I got fun, but maybe like a tourist doesn't have to sell that, but just to see process.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it, and it's tasty. Like it's crispy, sweet. The salty ones remind me of any other krupuk, but the sweet ones are totally different from anything I've had before in Indonesia. Could have used a little bit more explanation of how to fry them properly, because it's difficult. Like I burnt mine, like right away. But yeah, no, it's really good.
So place amazing. Yeah, and it's like now it looks natural. Maybe for someone it will add emotions that it's no stairs, no that rope. Maybe it's even better because how possible you came to the jungle? There is toilet, there is stairs, there is sofas. It's not real jungle anymore. Yeah. So that's why maybe for some people it's nice, but also depends. For me, few places was complicated, like that. So, and he can be agree with me, right? It's like complicated. So, but beautiful, yeah. And it's like Also, what people saying in Bali, if you want to see really beautiful place, you must to walk. It's 100 stairs down or 100 stairs up. Nothing beautiful. It's easy. Yeah. So same we can say here. But if it's like for tourists, we don't know about people, how they are ready, they are sporty, they are young, they are old. No, yeah, we talk today maybe like a better stairs, what they already started to make, or rope where you can touch it. Yeah, so that's fine.
The hike in was nice, walking through the rice fields, and you see the waterfall in the distance at several places on your way, so you know where you're going. You know, you're already impressed by the waterfall before you get there. Yeah, the pathways need some work still, but they're doable. It's possible. It's just because of the muddy soil and the dampness. It's difficult. Doesn't matter what footwear you're wearing. It's slippery and you'll get muddy for sure. Yeah. The waterfalls themselves and the like amenities at the top of the waterfall, yeah, great. Like the sitting area, the different levels. Of course, it's not finished yet, but it's already nice. And I think when it's all enclosed and finished, it'll be really. Yeah, it's difficult, but it's maybe 100 stairs, right? It's not another hour trek up a like rock mountain or something. So it's not. It's not that much extra effort once you're up there. Getting into the water, I think they need to put some effort into making it easier access if you want to get into a pool or get wet, because that part was dangerous. Just because everything's slippery, the rocks are slippery, and it's pretty hard to do something like that without having some structure in place for access and keep it safe, because if someone slips off and goes over the edge, you
will never find him.
Well, you'll find, but they're either not going to be happy or they don't care anymore. So yeah, beautiful spot. To make it accessible to everyone needs more amenities, or not amenities, but more trails or safety installations. Yeah, but it's an amazing place and very memorable. Like when you get up to the top and you're standing basically in the middle, at the middle height of the waterfall. You look up and there's still lots of waterfall. You look down and there's still it's really tall and impressive. And we spent quite a bit of time just up there watching and listening to the water, and I was really, really happy with the experience. So before on the way through the rice fields, we beat the rice, knocked it off of its stalks. Yeah, it's like any part of the rice process, I think, is interesting for foreigners, because in Europe we don't grow rice. In North America we don't. Well, we grow different stuff, but we don't grow rice. So, and none of our farming in North America is done by hand, unless you're farming for yourself. So most of our farming is people in multi-million-dollar tractors and equipment that plant and harvest and do everything. So yeah, I think for foreigners, tourists, it's any part of the rice process, or the rice growing or harvesting process, it will be interesting for people. Again, it's an opportunity to respect your food, but also it's an opportunity to give information. So not just do it, but to be explained on what this part of the process is. If it's harvest time, talk about the harvest, but you can also explain the whole process up until the harvest. You can also explain what's next, even if you don't see it. If you see any part of the rice process, there's an opportunity to spend 5 minutes and explain how long it takes, how it's planted, how it's harvested, what happens next.
Babanchakan, so lunch. Also, we talk before. Depends of people, depends of tourists. But for me, it was okay because we met already with Indonesian culture. So for people, maybe it can be confused, like where to wash hands, give me a spoon, blah blah blah. But also, if we say it's traditional way, if we say that we're going to meet with local people, with local culture, blah blah blah, it's okay. So food was perfect. Fish. It was fried fish, fried chicken. It was mushrooms, two kind of rice, beans. Yeah. So like it just a few things I didn't like, but it's nothing special, I guess, for me. The green beans with like a long one, so bad. Anyway, and the small one, like in a bowl, was like these beans or something like bitter a little bit, but it's okay. I mean, other thing was normal taste. It's no spicy, like sambal. It was the best sambal what I tried. So. Yeah, but other thing, I mean, possible to eat for everybody, like rice, sambal, not spicy, like a fried chicken, fried fish, normal. Yeah, and actually it's nice for me that like everybody together. Yeah, it's like on the same level, everybody together on the one table, and everybody pick something. So idea good.
For me, the red rice reminds me of like brown rice in North America. Brown rice is, we consider like more healthy. It's got more nutrients in it. Like in North American diet, we consider white rice as just carbohydrates, like no nutrients. So it's, some people avoid white rice, like if they're on, I don't know, whatever diet. But we consider brown rice like healthy, like a healthy option compared to white rice. I found it really tasty. I like the flavor. It tastes more interesting than plain white rice. Yeah, I really enjoyed lunch. I tried the funny beans. They were okay. For me, it wasn't that I didn't like them. It was just I didn't feel like I needed to eat more. I was like, well, I ate one that was raw, and then I ate one that was boiled, and I was like, it's not going to become part of my normal diet, but I'd try it again if it was cooked differently to see what it tasted like. The little beans, like kind of like a bean salad. I ate a few, but yeah, like bitter. So for my palate, it was a little bit strange. Everything with sambal was good.
Sambal was perfect.
Yeah. So yeah, lunch was really good. A lot of food, but we were a lot of people, and at first I was kind of like, there's only so much room in the gazebo, right? So I was kind of like, is everybody else? Is everybody else gonna be able to eat? Like, but yeah, I think everybody got to eat. It was really good. Because we started so early in the morning, like we were tired, but not really from the hike, just because we woke up early, didn't sleep so much like the night before. So like after swimming in the water and hiking and then eating, it was like, yeah, okay, we have some time, okay, lay down, and yeah, I slept, you slept,
me too.
and it felt like afterwards felt really refreshed. But if we were to come, like, if that was the first activity of the day and it was started later, yeah, I don't think I would have needed a nap or needed so much time, because I wouldn't have been sleepy.
Yeah.
Like the valley, the national park that we went to yesterday, the location is really nice for people just to relax. So the space available, like, again, could be hammocks, even if they don't sleep, but to lay in a hammock for 10-20 minutes would be, yeah, I think people would appreciate it.
A place where you can plant rice. They gave us shoes, but also for the first I was happy because I thought like, oh, me there, ooh, no, and I thought like, yeah, shoes is good. But when you use shoes, or when I use shoes, I understand it doesn't work. I mean, better to do it without shoes, because it's like you are heavy, you are there, and like you plus shoes. So that's why it's like if someone wanna try, really like better without shoes, like a real way. Because with shoes it's not comfortable, and you make that mess, and it's like you cannot make straight line. But it's really funny. So you make it, and you think that like, oh God, thank you, it's not my job, because it's like staying piece by piece. No, if like a few pieces it's okay, but if you staying all day long under sun, like that.
I disagree. For me the boots, the gum boots were perfect. Because at that place, if we had been barefoot, there was nowhere to clean our feet before putting our shoes back on.
They feed in a second terrace.
There was somewhere to wash?
Yeah?
Oh, okay. But also, like, it was a tiny little plot of, like, tiny little terrace. So I could have continued and helped finish the whole plot. But my question is that rice gonna grow? Because did we plant it deep enough? Did we plant it enough together, or too many together? It was funny, because when I asked how deep to push into the ground, they told me 20 centimeters. I'm like, no, 20 centimeters. Like it'll be buried. Okay, so the next part of the trip was like a river walking trek through the rice fields, and I mean it was interesting, but I wasn't well prepared for it. Like, I didn't expect to be like so often in the water, or so like how to say it, like a lack of trail to follow, or really narrow, muddy rice terrace. So and going down in the water, out of the water, down in the water, out of the water, it seemed unnecessary. We spoke at length with the guides from today, trying to give suggestions of how they could improve the experience or change it in such a way that it was more comfortable or more secure, more safe. Because in my experience, walking through like flowing rivers is quite a dangerous activity. It doesn't seem like it, doesn't look like it, but everything you put your feet on is moving. Rocks can be covered in algae under the water and super slippery. You can have sharp rock poking up, and like if you don't have proper footwear, it's dangerous for your feet. And if someone cuts their feet, they can't walk the rest of the way. So how are you going to get them out? Like, what's your evacuation plan?
So everything about animals, as you see, I like. And also it's nice because if anyway we have in the program something like how to make bread, how to make sambal, how to grow rice, or blah blah blah. So animals is important part of everything about food and about life of local people. So that's why, yeah, it's cool. I like it. I like to pet them. I like to feed them. So that's why it seems to me it's nice part of your program. So anyway, people are like about gazebo. So about cows. So cows was after gazebo, but anyway. So nice. Beautiful spot, beautiful view for the pictures, and also I guess it's not a lot of place, especially in Bali, which is good, when you stay at the middle and around 360 degrees view. Yeah, so it doesn't matter where you go, it's like you can see everything around. Perfect. Idea with coffee and sweet things after you walk, you go up and down to get some sugar. Wonderful. Yeah, and like I don't know, it will be every time like that half village came. So, but it's good. So I like when we made videos today and all the photos, and people like excited, and if people excited about you, you're excited about people. So I like it. It was nice. Nothing to say, nothing to add. Very nice. And it's already road. You can walk. It's like relax. So that's it. Good.
Yeah, we heard a bit about the planning for the location. About it'll be a garden with flowers and with medicinal herbs, And I think that's another great idea, because it's an opportunity again to explain the culture, explain what jamu is, or even show how to make it and try jamu. I think that's a really great idea. The location is really nice. It feels. I don't know. It almost felt like walking into a village, even though it was like almost nobody there, like no buildings there, like because of the road. After walking through through the rice fields and through the river and stuff, when you come out to like a paved section of road, it's like, oh, like civilization. Like even though there's like, you know, a couple houses and farmland, like it just feels, because of the cement, because of the walking on the road, it's like, oh, civilization. And then you come to a gazebo full of people with hot coffee and snacks, and everybody smiling. Yeah, it was really, really great. And I like the idea of it being like, you know, an interactive garden, or it's another opportunity to give more information and like a little lesson, like a short class on something about life here and food and gardening, etc. Yeah. And I thought it was fun also from the gazebo that, you know, and then like after gazebo, you actually go through the village. Like you're in someone's cow shed and walking by the enormous imported like Australian and North American cows, and yeah, it's good.